One of our jobs prior to the invasion was to knock out the radar, German radar sets along the Normandy coast where the invasion was going to take place. To do this, they moved us from Lansing, Kent down to Tangmere, which is on the south coast of England. And we could cross out at a little town by the name of Seltzebill right on the channel. And here again, Normandy was about 100 miles from Seltzebill, England, about the same distance as we had from Lansing, Kent over to Antwerp. So we would pull these raids off at low level also. Knocking out these radar sets prior to invasion was such an important task that in addition to our airplanes taking pictures of our hits, we had what we call a photo Freddy, which was a Spitfire with no guns but lots of cameras that would fly along with us, over us. And intelligence would spot these radar sets, and we would pinpoint them on the map and go in and shoot them up. So while we took pictures at the same time we were shooting them up with our cameras in the wings, Photo Freddy would come in behind us and take bigger pictures and better pictures. We would go back to England, and they would take the film out of our wings immediately and examine them. If we didn't hit the target, they would load us up and we'd go right back out again. And that's the way we handle that situation. On one trip flying over to Normandy, we decided to go inland and shoot up some trains or transport as we could find it. Well, we didn't take long before we found a train. It was a bright, sunny afternoon, and we climbed up to about 8 or 10,000 feet. And it was very quiet, no flak coming from anything. In fact, it was too quiet. So Flight Lieutenant Holland was leading our section of 4. So he decided to attack this train. Well, rather than going up higher and coming down out of the sun in a steep dive, he came in a real shallow dive. I guess he felt safe since we hadn't seen any flak. But what happened was they had flak guns in the middle of this train, and they waited until we got right on top of them before they opened fire. So with that, I was the only one that got back to England in one piece, and I was extremely lucky. I saw Flight Lieutenant Holland bail out. I saw his engine smoking, so I pulled up through formation with him and watched him bail out. So I knew he got along safe, because I watched him all the way down till he landed. The other two guys, I don't know what happened to them. They obviously crashed someplace else. We never saw them again. And when I got back to England, they examined my plane, and there was a big hole right underneath my seat. You could crawl through it almost. So what had happened, obviously, was an 88 millimeter shell that went right through my plane and didn't explode. So how lucky can you get? That explained why I had been smelling fumes on the way back to England. I thought I must have been hit somewhere, but my plane seemed to be going all right. But that's what it was.